Hello, Taurus. This is your reading for the month of January 2026. My name's Kathleen. If you're new to this channel, I do things a little bit different. I interact with spirit and I get psychic impressions from the images on the cards. I don't necessarily follow what the cards mean. The decks we're using this month, because we're doing things a little bit different, I did a meditation a few days ago and was shown the setup. So the first card up here at the top is from the Waite tarot deck, and this card is going to represent you for the month of January. And then the rest of the cards, which will be the monthly reading, is from the Wisdom of the Oracle Divination cards. Okay, so let's see what's in store for you. I think I've covered everything. Okay, so the first card we have here is the Empress. So Spirit saying sitting pretty. So it seems like you'll be feeling pretty good in January, because it feels like you've had really good time over the holidays previous month, right? That you're, I think you okay, I just heard them say made out like a bandit. So I think maybe you got some good gifts over the holidays, or had some really good times. And it feels like you've gotten things that you've wanted. So you're feeling pretty good in January. Yeah, it feels like you've got a lot of contentment, that you're in a fairly happy place. Okay, so Spirit said to move on. So the first card that we have here for you is Peace, and number 23. I don't usually bother with the numbers, so I don't know if they'll have significance for you, if it'll be like a date in the month, like, the 23rd. I'm sorry, I don't know. But kind of standing out. So, all right, yeah. It's feeling really laid back. Like the energy just feels like, yep, totally calm, content, cool, collected, laid back. Hey man, whatever. It's all good. Um, so enjoy that. Enjoy it, because especially if you've needed a rest. Because some people, tend to overindulge during the holidays and maybe push ourselves, a little more than normal, and so now you can just take the month and relax, sit back, you know don't pressure yourself into doing, like, you still want to get things done, right? But don't overdo it. Just hang back. Yeah, Spirit said that's it. Okay, so we'll move on to the next card. And we have Clean It Up 21, but actually I didn't hear 21, I heard 21st, so perhaps that's going to be a significant day for you in January. Let me know if it is in the comments. That'd be awesome. Yeah, so maybe if things are laid back and if you've got some time on your hands, maybe you could do winter cleaning instead of spring cleaning, right? Or for those of you in the southern hemisphere, it's summer cleaning. Yeah, I'm like, the Spirit's kind of saying, like, get into the nooks and crannies, but it's not just like housework. It's kind of like looking for like loose threads on a shirt, right? So any kind of, like, literally repairing jobs for clothes or whatever, but also your finances, like, um maybe you've been throwing loose change aside somewhere, or maybe in a couple of places, and so maybe it's a good time to gather that together and go through it and, you know, um, organize it, wrap it, roll it, whatever, and take it to the bank and deposit it, or whatever. Just, yeah, kind of look at all the sort of loose ends, loose threads, the knickknacks, what's stuck in the corner. Yeah, kind of that idea. I hope that makes sense. Okay, Spurt's laughing at me and told me to move on. So they laugh at me a lot. Okay, so we have Unfinished Symphony. So your energy feels like the energy, I'm assuming it's an egg. There is a face there. Um, that feels like your energy for this month. But again, it's a feeling of kind of like being cocooned. So, if you're experiencing harsh weather, then you're in the safety of your home. You feel safe, secured, cocooned. I hope that's making sense. And again, it's kind of like that peaceful, laid back feeling in the first card here, right? Not this one, but this one. um, of just, yeah, it's more of like a cocoon kind of feeling. Like, yeah, I guess being in an egg, before the baby bird or whatever breaks out. Just feeling that safety, security net, I'm hearing. So yeah, try not to um, take it for granted. Okay, like if your neighborhood is changing and becoming more unsafe, like make sure you've got security. Like if you need to put alarms or whatever in the house, whatever it is you need to make sure you're safe and secure. So look into that. Do what it is you have to do to feel safe and secure in your life. But it really feels like home focused, not so much work or even like traveling, like car, whatever, bus, whatever. It feels like home. Make sure your home is safe, because it's a place that I think you love and you want to feel safe and secure there. So yeah, just, yeah, make sure, and then enjoy what you have, what you've gathered around you in your home, because it feels like you really love what you don't want to lose it, right? So yeah, but I'm not getting that anything bad's going to happen, just to make sure that you are actually safe and secure in your home, although it does seem like you are. Okay, so I gotta move on. So the next card we have here is Regeneration. So I am actually picking up the energies of two people. Um, so in this plant, the one branch and then the other branch is like two separate people facing each other, is how this is coming through. Um, it okay. It could be the one person, uh, the pose that I am seeing, they're bent over, probably perhaps a little more aggressive than the other person, a little more controlling, trying to gain control. of the other person, and the other person is like they're facing them head on, but part of them is like, I just want to escape. Okay. So it's, yeah, it kind of feels like a fight or flight energy, just a little tiny bit. So pay attention to the people around you. Are you the one that is trying to dominate someone else, trying to control their actions or reactions to something? Or is someone treating you that way? And take a look at it. Because it feels like the person that is trying to dominate, right? It is not aware of their behavior. They're not fully aware of kind of how they're coming across to this other person, right? And again, I don't know which you are, or even if you are just seeing this working out between two other people around you. I get it'll be different for each of you. So that this person does not seem to be aware of yeah, how they're coming across, how their actions are affecting this other person. The other person, it doesn't, because it doesn't, it just, it almost feels like the domineering person, either they're just strong-willed, and that's just sort of how they've always been, and they're just, that's just who they are. It's kind of like the personality. And so then the other person needs to learn to adjust to that. Either stand up to them and say, "Yo, I don't want to be treated that way," or, you know what, I don't need this crap, so I'm out of here. And dump the person. So because this person is kind of split, could go either way. So they need to kind of make a decision. How do they want to continue to be treated by this person? Do they need this other person in their life? Because if they don't, why put up with that? But also, and this might be for a very few of you, very small number, that the domineering person may actually be starting to show that they're getting worse, maybe heading towards being abusive. And if that's the case, then yeah, get that person to safety, and be careful of the dynamic going on there. But I'm not sure that this person that's doing this behavior, the domineering person, if they're self-aware. So that might be something that needs to be addressed, to explain to them, like, do you realize what effect your behavior has on others? Are you even aware that you're doing this? So if you're able to communicate with them and you feel safe enough to do that, then go ahead. Because again, I'm sorry, but I don't know which if you're one of these or a third person, right? So yeah, do what you can to make sure that the person is being dominated, the more gentle one is safe, and try if you can to communicate with the domineering one, if that's possible, right? I mean, because some people just uh, aren't ready to face themselves, so it can be very difficult. So good luck with that. um, I'm hoping it's kind of you're someone on the side that is witnessing this, not actually involved in it. So I hope it works out. Okay, Spirit said that's it. I hope this has been helpful. Thank you so very much for watching.